first order of business. We're gonna chop up potatoes, and I'm using potato nubs. I'm gonna put them in water. So this is gonna be. Oh, oops! I dropped one down in there. I'll have to get that in a second. This is gonna be an oil-free for me, plant-based, and for them it's gonna be chicken. So it's gonna be meat-based, and it's gonna have olive oil. And in the middle of all this, you're gonna get to see me check some homeschool math. Did I do it right?
What?
Did I make your problem right?
Yeah. This ain't homeschool math though.
I know it's not homeschool math, but it may as well be because I'm having to homeschool you through it. He's in college. I'm helping him before he goes and takes a test. Do you remember how to do it? And Bree and baby E and Binky are in the background. You can hear them. So this is gonna be family dinner. I'm prepping up for everybody this evening. Like I said, everybody else is gonna have the meat, which is gonna be chicken. I'm gonna have the veggie version. And then Bink has just informed me that she is going to go and finish out the week on the compound before she comes home. She's a mess. So normally I would do veggie broth instead of water, but today I'm gonna do water. Are you about to get it, buddy? And I got puppy dogs, and I got people all around me. This is like our podcast. I don't live perfectly quiet. Nothing about, well, there went another one. Nothing about our house is perfectly quiet, so this is where we live, and this is what you're getting. The noise will just have to be tolerable, or you'll have to click off of it, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I'm about to get done. And so I'm going to roast these potatoes off, and what I don't eat on pita, they're going to have as a side, okay? And I'm not just roasting them off. I'm setting them over here. Next step, I'm going to but slice up an onion. And I'm going to put some of it in with this and some of it in with that. And you'll get to see it in action. We got a lot to do. So this live will be longer than the Instagram live was. And that's okay. It won't act stupid the way Instagram does either. And it will be saved and won't be disrupted. I hope it won't get disrupted. Never know, because I am using my phone to film this. So who knows what'll happen. I'm sure somebody will have an emergency and need to call. But I have it on Do Not Disturb. So unless it's somebody on my emergency list, they're not getting through. You hear my baby crying? Are you pinching my baby, Binky? I said, are you pinching my baby?
No.
Okay. I gotta check his math. Let me see your calculator.
Hey, boy. Hey, there's supposed to be a retraction on there, boy.
In case you wonder what math he's doing that I have to look at now that he's grown up, he's D's. Electrical math. All right, let me pop it over here. And we're gonna take a short break. Too bad I'm not monetized, and YouTube might give you a commercial right now. So that's not what that is. That should be 10.
I missed it. Just check and see that.
The rest of it's right. Okay. That's right. That's right.
And then for this, you just do 1 over 20 plus 1 over
Right.
20, right?
Right, yeah. And then that, and then you have this.
And then this one, even though it sells to numbers, it's 1 divided by 1 over 20 plus 1 over 20 plus 1 over 40.
Yes. That's right.
Okay, so I pretty much got it.
Yes,
Other than I
except
just-
you made a simple math mistake right there.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. You got it, dude.
Okay.
All right. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. If you have adult kids, then you probably know that you never get to quit parenting. Because that's life. You can see that onion was starting to go. It's a good thing I used it today. So I had an interesting conversation with Karina over at the Hopewell Homestead today. She was talking to me about onions, and they always have difficulty storing sweet onions, and this is a sweet onion. Our secret is storing them on racks so that they're not piled up on top of each other, and they're stored in an underground cellar, so that also keeps the humidity and the temperature stable throughout the year. You can't do this. You can't store onions for a long period of time inside your house because it's too warm. Okay. All right. Next step, set that aside. I gotta grab another bowl really fast. What's my baby Dippy doing? Okay. Our homemade Greek seasoning. If you want the recipe for our homemade Greek seasoning, you will need to purchase our cookbook. We're not giving our recipes for our seasonings out. Otherwise, you can go to the store and make your best guess at which one you're gonna like the best, and if it's actually Greek. So, next step is panko breadcrumbs. I did not make my own panko. I purchased panko. That's what you hear me opening. Okay. Next up, I don't measure. Y'all just need to know that, okay? Some seasoning that looks like about a tablespoon or two. There we go. Now, I will take a handful of potatoes. This is going to become my taco. Not my taco, my pita. It won't let me see comments just in case y'all are trying to comment. Let me see if it'll. Oh, I see Summer's here. It will let me see them now. So I'm going to just take a couple handfuls and I'm going to roast these off because I'll have leftover for tomorrow for lunch. I'm going to toss these. I just want to get a little panko on every part and a little bit of seasoning. Now, sometimes I really work at it and I'll squeeze it so that it gets like really coated up. And if I could use oil, and I cannot, it would get even more coated up. But as it is, I should have dredged them in flour first and I didn't. I'm going to dry roast these. And I'm putting them in, you can't see it, a cast iron skillet to do that. I'll move it over here. And what I mean by dry roasting is, the skillet's been brushed with, this is the one I made pitas in. It's been brushed with oil, but not enough to really like say if this is the same. Not enough to really say that there's going to be a significant amount.
I won't go take.
All right, I love you. Be careful. Let us know how you do.
What?
Let us know how you do.
You bring Bree home.
Yeah. Text Bree or Brooke and let us know.
I will.
You'll be fine.
Everybody else has to pass the practice test.
It will be fine. You'll be fine.
Before we can.
It will be fine.
Alright. I'll see you later.
All right, I love you. There's my buddy. lightly breaded because again, there's nothing, I didn't dip them in flour first. So what you do usually, and I'm skipping steps because I'm kind of in a hurry because it's 4:30, I gotta get these roasted off, is you would take them out of the water, dredge them in flour, and then dredge them in a little vegetable broth, and then bread them up. So like it would look more like these. See how that's more breaded? And those little crispins you see going down in there probably will burn. It will be okay. The potatoes will be fine. Won't be the end. At all. So this is just a testament to the fact that I'm doing it even differently than I typically do. To how I don't follow any rules. Home cooking does not have to be unapproachable. And you can do it. It's simple. Okay. Next step is going to be, make sure there's no more. Okay, no more. Let me go rinse my hand. I'm going to turn my oven on 400. Start. And in case you wondered why I just opened the oven door, it was to make sure there was no cast iron in there. Where do you keep your cast iron, Brady? In the oven? Same. Alright, here we go. Now, my oven's not even hot, but that's okay. I'm going to put this in there anyway. The baby. Alright. Now I'm just gonna brush, this is another cast iron, the rest of the potatoes. And I'm literally just brushing enough in to say that there's some in there. Because I would like to also be able to eat these. Let me go drain these potatoes off. Potatoes go in. Greek seasoning goes on, or you could use fry salt or whatever you would like to use here, because this is just going to be a side, okay? But because there's no oil, if you didn't want to put the panko on and make your potatoes more crunchy, you could just do it this way. You're just dry roasting them off. Okay. Lots of seasoning, I know, but remember, when you're having less fat, you need more seasoning. Alright, so there's that. And that was Uncle Harry's Greek seasoning. Okay, this is also going to go ahead and go in. Now, for the grand finale, I'm going to grab my chicken. You can tell we're a little bit sloppy. It's okay, it don't matter. It don't have to be perfect. When you're processing chicken, you do you, boo. If yours look like something that come out of a grocery store, congratulations. If they don't, they'll still eat. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm just slicing it into strips. You can slice it into cubes, you can slice it however you want to do. It's fine with me. I don't care. This is just how I do it. Because you know why? It takes less time. And less time is what I'm about. See, those two came off in chunks. It won't matter to me that they're not perfect strips. Perfect is for perfect is for influencers, and I'm not one. See, that's got a little thick on the top for me, so I'm just gonna. And it's a little long, so I'm just gonna cut it. Don't worry, I turned my head, guys. See how, I mean, it literally don't matter. Cooking is not rocket surgery. Okay. Now, to go on these, you could have a mix of things. I like to do lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and I make a little dressing. For mine, it will be balsamic only. For theirs, I'll use a little bit of Abingdon Olive Oil Company's olive oil and make them a dressing. Now, I gotta grab, guess what? Another cast iron skillet. Let me set this over. And there's 2 potatoes down in there that I don't want to catch on fire. So I'm gonna, while it's not hot, reach down in there and grab them. Alright. Let me wash my hands real fast. Don't worry, I didn't touch anything else. It was just the handle of the cast iron that's going to get 1,000,000 degrees here in just a second. Now, here you have choices. How much olive oil do you want in it? And do you want to bread your chicken? Girls, do you want your chicken pankoed or do you want it dry fried, Brooke? Bree? Okay. How about a mix? We'll just do a mix. Onion goes in. Part of the chicken is going to get dressed up with some panko. It has the Greek seasoning in it. Don't forget, this is already seasoned. The panko is. There we go. Guess what? I'm going to move you guys. Because if I don't, my phone's going to get mad at me. It told me it got too hot earlier. Okay, here comes the chicken. This is just some of it. This will not to be all of it. I'm also going to just season and make some plain along with these onions and things. And no, I'm not worried about overcrowding. Listen, them onions are going to fry up just fine, I promise you. Baby E said he wants pitas for suppers. Now, for the rest of this chicken, I'm going to season it. Do you like these pitas, Bree? Brooke? I mean, Bree's never had mine. Yeah. Guys, she ain't planning on eating here. Okay, washed my hands again. Hey, what was you looking for and where did you look? Okay. Right here, Brooke. Okay, so the rest of this, I'm gonna, I can point you another way. Here's what I got. And I'll just lay it up here and show you what I'm gonna do real quick. I won't burn it, don't worry. Don't worry. I told you I'm redneck. Cooking at home ain't hard, y'all. Did you make? Let me see if it'll let me see the chat. Did you make um, the pita with me earlier? Okay. That seems like a lot. Right here. Okay. Now, whoop, in it goes. No, I'm not worried. It's all going to work out. Don't you worry. I promise. I've done this before. You can trust me. What do y'all think so far? Am I crazy? Live chat. Let me see what's going on in chat. I see Nikki here. I see Summer here. I see Little Red House on the Plains. Fun fact. My grandparents had a red house when I was growing up. And now, who lives in a red house? Bree and Gray. In fact, we call it the red house. That's what we call it. It used to be the house that we did all of our tanning in and things like that. And now it's the house that they live in. I got a plate. Is anybody cooking along with us? Don't worry. I promise. It's going to be all right. It looks crowded in this skillet, but it all comes out in the wash. This is not fancy cooking show cooking. This is home cooking, and it don't look like fancy cooking show cooking. I think Brie ought to do a venison one for you guys, because she is the master of cooking with wild game. Where'd Sissy go? Oh, did you run away, sis? I got one over here somewhere. Did you find what you was looking for? Hold on, let me get you guys off of the top of this. If I don't, it's gonna get too hot. And y'all are gonna be sorry, because it'll go away. You gotta go to get the stuff before you like. Hey, do y'all like my toesies? I'm telling you guys, one of these days I might be fancy. Today ain't the day. So Uncle Harry married Mark's Aunt Harriet, and they had a daughter. And if I'm not wrong, I think they named that girl Harrietta. And you can see stuff is sticking to the bottom of this because I barely oiled it. But that's okay. You know what? It'll clean up. You want to know my secret? I soak it. Yes, I soak my cast iron. I know that probably everybody and their brother's having a stroke over that, but it'll be okay. This is my oven cast iron, usually not my stovetop cast iron. And I don't mean for cornbread. Okay, let me see. Live chats. It does smell good. Do you think it smells good in here? The girls think it smells good too. I always say that it smells like home. a little too early to cook it. Here, you're doing the chicken later. Nikki soaked hers. Girl, listen, I am unashamed. When it comes to my cast iron, we burn them all. We do whatever it takes. So to burn off cast iron, we literally, when they get like gummed up, we stick them in a little small like campfire. I'm adding a little more olive oil. It does smell so good here, guys. Now, while this cooks, and yeah, I'm gonna let it brown a little. I'm gonna start prepping veggies, which means I gotta grab my wooden cutting board and lettuce, cucumber, tomato, and we'll talk about how I make the dressing for their pitas too. Y'all keep an eye on that. I gotta go get some stuff.
Hey, babe. Will you grab some lettuce out of the fridge?
Okay. I'm going to point you. Yeah, I'll have to point you over there. Let's see here. Here. Okay. Yes, ma'am. My trusty red tomato knife. Hot, hot, hot. I'll just lay this over top of it. Well, let's do it right here, guys. Trim your ends. Trim your ends. Trim your cucumber. Sorry. One of these days I'll be well again. Till then, y'all get to hear me hack. I know what you're thinking. Is that burning the wooden cutting board? No, it isn't. But I have caught it on fire before. The wooden cutting board, I mean. I'll show you in just a second. So I'm going to have a side of a salad. And they're going to have a side of roast potatoes. Now I got to set this aside. See here? Now. So that cutting board, I caught it on fire one time. It was too close to my range, which my phone was almost just now too. Alright. My chicken is technically done. My family likes the crusty crumbles that you see me scraping up right there. They love those. I'm going to turn it down on low because the chicken is for sure done. I'm pretty sure. No, that's not sharp enough to cut a worm. Y'all like that? It might need a little bit more time. It's okay, the cast iron's still hot. See me using my, look at my professional use of my hot hand, guys. That's because it's too hot for me to hold with my hand. Okay. Alright, in the meantime. Some scraps up here to get up. I need to do a little lettuce. And a little more cucumber, to be honest with you. And yes, I'm using store-bought lettuce, store-bought tomato, and store-bought cucumber because it is March 1st. Don't worry, it's all organic. Y'all don't have to have a stroke on me or nothing. Alright. There's some lettuce cut up. Now I'll do a little more cucumber and a little more tomato. Alright. You might can see me over here doing this. Or you may not. Okay. Be fine. Okay. Let's do some stirring around. I have this on low now, guys, just in case you were wondering why it's not burning up. That'd be why. Okay. I'm going to turn it off and just let the cast iron continue to cook it. Now we're going to make a dressing. Let me go grab some stuff. Okay. Sorry, I left you hanging. Abingdon Olive Oil Company. Lime fused olive oil. And the same company, Abingdon Olive Oil Company. Cara vanilla balsamic. This makes the dressing for mine. For theirs, it will be balsamic, olive oil, regular flavor with some Greek, and it won't be cara, it'll be regular balsamic, olive oil and Greek seasoning. I need more flavor because I'm having vegetarian. Let's just be honest. When you're eating vegetarian, you've got to kick up that flavor. All right. Okay. Now, I'll make theirs. listen, I'm eyeballing. So, I don't know how much that is. Maybe half a cup. You can also use apple cider vinegar. You can use whatever vinegar you want to use. Now, I'm going to add, and no, I'm not measuring, a little bit of Greek seasoning. Probably a tablespoon. It's going to be to taste, so it's not going to matter. That balsamic smells so good. Okay. Now, it's more olive oil. I'm sorry, it's more vinegar than olive oil. Woo! See why I'm more careful usually? I gotta go rinse my hand. Now, I'm just shaking it around. Normally I put a lid on it, but I didn't bring a lid out of the pantry. So I'm just gonna stir it. You can see the seasoning in it. Perfect. Don't worry. I will clean my countertops up later. Promise. And my floor, because you can see it got in my floor. ASMR of homie cooking. I'm looking to see, make sure I don't miss somebody's comments. So you can see I spilled a little bit of the balsamic in there. That's okay. Now, I don't need as much dressing. And actually, I'm just going to go oil free. I'm only going to put the balsamic on mine. Are you hungry? You ready to buy that?
Yep.
Homemade pita bread. Y'all remember that from the Instagram fiasco? Nice and pliable. That is what a good beeswax wrap does for your bread. Boom. Do you want onion or no? You can see the chicken's done because it's breaking apart. I'll show you. See? All done. So I just take some chicken. I grab some onion. Grab a little more onion here. There we go. Next up, you want tomato?
Yeah.
Do you want feta?
A little bit.
Okay. Cucumber?
Yeah.
I am the Subway of grease, guys, today. All right. Now I gotta go grab some feta because I didn't get it out. No, I didn't make my own feta. I know you were dying to know the answer to that question, guys. I did not. I purchased feta, but I buy block because I prefer creamy. I should say creamy. Feta's never really creamy. Hold on, I'll show you the finished product. You want lettuce free? Okay. So it's a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of tomato, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of onion, a little bit of feta, a bit of cucumber. And now for the final step, I'm going to get a little bit of this dressing onto it. Bless you. Yes, I'm using a measuring spoon to do it. Dress it up. And then numb it up. Greek chicken pitas. Now my potatoes are not yet done. So, let me check on those. I haven't checked them yet. What do you think, guys? Does that look like supper? It looks like supper to me. Ah, yes. Let's check on the potatoes. In case you're wondering how I'm doing that, I'm opening the door. I'm sliding it out. And I'm going to check the potatoes with the fork, and they are not done yet, so they got to go back in. They'll continue roasting off, but she'll have a snack because she is nursing mama. She comes first. There we go. All right. I'll be right back. I got to take her this to eat.
Good job.
Flip, do you want one or no? No. Okay. Now, to make the potato one, you have choices. I'm going to take some of the onion out of this. And I'm going to take the breaded potato because I like it to be a little crunchy. These are not done. So I'll take some of this, some onion from here, lettuce, tomato, cucumber, and this olive oil. And I will just drizzle the vinegar. I will just drizzle the vinegar on as my dressing, and that'll be my dinner. Meanwhile, all the other people get to eat all the meat and oil, but I have to get better, so I can't. All right, that is how you make it 2 ways, but this is the potatoes are a long way from done. So I'm gonna log off here, wait on them to finish, and then I'll post a picture on my Instagram of the potato pita so you guys can see what it looks like. All right, catch you guys on the flip side. I'll save this and upload it. It should be available probably in 45 minutes or so.